Hello and welcome, Sagittarius, to your October 2023 horoscope. My name is Jeff Smith. I'm your professional astrologer here at Raise Your Vibration TV. Welcome. Welcome, Sag. We are going to go over the cosmic weather for October. We're going to talk about a lot. We're going to talk about the movements of the planets. We're going to be talking about the sun's path and what that means to you as far as a Sagittarius sun sign. We're going to be talking about the new and full moons. They're not only happening this month like they always do, but it is eclipse season. So we're going to be talking about how these eclipses can be affecting you. They're just new and full moons, but you can also picture it as like on like 4 Red Bulls. So this is an intense time, but it could be volatile. It all depends on how you look at it. That's why we do these forecasts, so you can get a good bird's eye view of what's going on so you can prepare for it. I'll tell you right up front right now, the new moon solar eclipse will be happening in your 11th house, and that has to do with your close friends. There could be some intensity with some of your close friends. You know, it's available right now. You could be renewing a relationship that maybe you were upset about. Maybe you thought this person didn't care about you, but here it is. You know, and and you can see, before I get sidetracked, you can see the path of the sun is going to be taking mostly in the 11th house. It moved not too long ago into Libra, so now there's a focus on groups, your friends, your tribe, that kind of thing. So it's going to be a focus on friendships and groups all through the month, and then we're going to end up in Scorpio at the end of the month. So we're going to be moving into our 12th house. So we've got 11th house and 12th house influences for the month. That means we also have 5th and 6th house. So it's about building relationships here. And I think for some of you Sagittariuses, you may be mending a relationship in the couple weeks of October that you thought was over with. You know what I mean? So you never know. Never say it's over till it's over. But you could be wearing your heart on the sleeve. It could be a very crazy atmosphere. You know, again, these eclipses bring intensity to these new and full moons. And just, you know, I would say get yourself out of your shell. You know what I mean? It's all about finding balance between your relationships and what you want, giving and receiving love. That's going to be a highlight for you with that solar eclipse. And then for the lunar eclipse, that's going to be happening in your 6th house. And that has to do something about necessary changes in your job and especially your health routine. You could have a surge of emotional energy to make positive changes to your routines. You know, it's getting out and getting some exercises, joining a gym, changing the way that you put nutrition into your body. Nutrition is so important. I've learned that a lot in the last 6 months about how to really nourish your body, because how we were taught to nourish our bodies and what's available to us is totally wrong. And it keeps you in the business of being ill. And I think this month, Sagittarius, you're going to be making great strides in order to be like, okay, I got to do this. I got to change up the routine. You know, that will be happening later in the month for you as we progress into November. But I just wanted to put some light into where these are going to be happening. So, like I said, the new moon on the 14th is going to be happening in your 11th house, which has to do with groups and friends and relationships, giving and receiving love. And then towards the end of the month on the 28th, that's going to be happening. That full moon lunar eclipse is going to be happening in your 6th house of daily routine. Your health is very important, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at your chart. Oh, I thought I was talking about the chart the whole time. There it is. So you can see where the focus is. The sun's going to be traveling through your 11th house, moving into your 12th, where we're having this focus on groups, associating. You're going to be out going to a lot of Halloween parties, I believe, Sagittarius, and making a lot of new friends. Maybe a possible new love. You might meet them out somewhere, or rekindling an old one. Who knows? But you can see the path that's going to be traveled here, bringing highlights to these areas, okay? So you can see your ruler Jupiter is retrograde, and it's really not making any aspects at the beginning of the month. So it's just kind of sitting there, giving you the opportunity, waiting for you to seize the opportunity. You know what I mean? but we've got a lot of tension between our relationships. So I hope that there's a lot of healing taking place for you during October and balancing out this anger that you have towards some of your spouses or friends. Maybe you just need to drop some friends, you know what I mean? But this could also be a lot of mending fences. You got great opportunity to do that. You're going to be challenged in your relationships, but there's a good flow to it. Okay. So let's move on to the calendar view. Where is it? There it is. So this is what I write up every month in preparation for the next month. You always got to do things in advance. That's why I'm recording these on the 23rd, so you can have these well before October 1st, which is how I'm going to be doing this now. So you can really count on your horoscope being out the last 2 weeks, the last week or 2 weeks in that month for the next month. And then the tarot readings will follow first, second, third around that time, usually before then. It all depends on how busy I am at my shop and doing readings and meditations and whatnot. It's all about balance, Jeff. It's all about balance. So we look at this calendar I prepared, and you can see this is a good example of how fast the moon moves through signs. We're in Gemini as the month moves forward with the moon, and then it quickly shifts into Cancer, and then it quickly shifts into Leo. Just be aware of that, all right? The moon moves fast. That regulates our moods, all right? So with that being said, let's talk about the highlighted dates that I have here. Mercury, the planet of communication, moves into Libra, moves into an air sign, and it's comfortable being in an air sign. So this is when communications balance out. So the 4th is going to be an auspicious time, auspicious for us. We can start balancing out our communications and really working on our commitments and our promises and relationships, okay? I said it for Leos, and I also said it for Aries, but I think this weekend, the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, actually, yeah, the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th are going to be a great weekend. Actually, for fire signs, looks like it's going to be one weekend, one Saturday after the other, where it's like, holy mo, good energy flowing, okay? So if you got any plans for that weekend, it's going to be great. Now, on the 8th, Venus, the planet of love, is going to be moving into Virgo. And that is a good thing, because it's been in Leo, it's been in a fellow fire sign, but now it's going to ground some more. But just be aware that Mars is going to be square Pluto, and that is stationing to direct on Tuesday. We'll get to that in a couple seconds, but this could be, having a hard time with relationships, having a hard time gaining perspective, or you don't want to force somebody to see things the way that you do. You want them to be able to discover it themselves. The 9th definitely looks like a Monday with the moon square Uranus, so expect stubbing your toe or some crazy shit like that, or you go to make your first cup of coffee on Monday morning and you realized you didn't buy any. You know what I mean? It's like that. It's like, son of a bitch, Then we have on Tuesday, big day. That's probably the 8th and the 10th. Look for world news happening. That's a good weekend to see what the hell's going on out there. But Pluto is finally going direct after months of being retrograde. So we now may gain that perspective that we've been striving for. All right. Venus is going to be opposite Saturn. It's going to be, frustrating time to get things, now you feel this movement moving forward, but, you may be feeling money concerns around that time. Don't worry about it. So then we have another hot topic day. Mars, the planet of action, is going to be moving into Scorpio, and Mars used to rule Scorpio before Pluto came along. So we've got this energy. We're getting out of Libra season and moving into Scorpio season soon. Mars is going to be trining Saturn. That's going to kind of smooth things out and make things happen. The frustration lifts. So we get ready for the new moon solar eclipse happening in 21 degrees Libra. Check your chart. It's happening at 1:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 14th. And I said that is going to be taking place in your 11th house. So this is when you can rekindle an old friendship, get back into an old group of friends, let bygones be bygones. I mean, it may take a next step, you never know, but this could be a good time for love around that time for you. So good for you, Sag. Now, the moon's going to be moving into your sign. Oh, let's talk about the moon opposite your ruler on the 16th. Another fun Monday. But again, it's the moon moves swift. So it could feel like, you know what? I'm trying to make myself move and I can't. But Tuesday, you'll feel a lot better. The 18th looks like a good time to kind of just daydream, I think it's a time for you to take a look at your finances too. You know what I mean? Maybe that's the thing. Get out of a state of lack. Then we gear up for this weekend. The sun makes a conjunction to Mercury, but yet it's square Pluto that is actually now moving direct. And it kind of gears up for this weekend. For some reason, the 21st of October, the sun squares Pluto here, and that could be pretty volatile, but I see it's an opportunity in disguise because on the 22nd, we've got a few things happening. Moon moves into Aquarius. Pluto makes a trine to your ruler, Jupiter. So whatever seemed kind of hot and heavy on the 21st kind of really pays off on the 22nd. Mercury then moves into Scorpio. It moved into Libra on the 4th and already moving into Scorpio. He's a fast little sucker. And he's starting to get into a water sign, an emotional sign. So now we're moving into more emotional waters. We're moving out of air energy into water energy. Okay, so now the sun moves into Scorpio on the 23rd. Now we're in full-blown Scorpio season. And it fits, around the fall, all of that, Halloween. Let's see, the moon makes a nice trine to Saturn on the 24th. So again, frustrations lifted. 25th looks like a great time to daydream, fantasize, make those fantasies real. And now all of a sudden on Thursday, we start to feel this acceleration. When the moon moves into Aries, it's like, the train's gathering steam. It's moving up the tracks, and now it's full blown, damn, boom. On the 28th, we got the full moon lunar eclipse in 5 degrees Taurus at 4:24 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, I want to bring this to your attention, Sag, because it is going to be happening in your 6th house. This is a time where you should be, all right, you know what? I'm going to take a practical approach to change my routine, change my diet, and please do. I'm going to be putting out informational videos on it's going to be now 7-month journey on me changing my life in March, cutting out all sugar, all processed foods, all carbs, and losing close to 54 pounds and never feeling better in my life. And this is a great opportunity for you to also jump on that bandwagon, Sagittarius. Keep a lookout for those videos too. I might make them in just video shorts, nice and simple, because I never thought I'd be able to do this in my life, and I am. And it's amazing. So change your routine. Also, Mars is going to be opposite Jupiter and Mercury is going to be opposite Jupiter. So I just kind of want you to enjoy this full moon time, but take action. I don't want you to share it with anybody. I want this to be a personal goal for you. I don't want you to feel like you got to do it all at once. Do some research. Do your research. Start looking at how to fully, with nutrition, supplement your body the way it should, and how to feed your body and how it can raise your vibration. And I haven't gone vegan. I still eat red meat at a medium temp. I eat chicken. I eat turkey. I just don't cut out all the bullshit, especially sugar. Sugar is poison. Do your research on that. You cut out sugar and you will lose weight immediately. I didn't lift a finger and I look great. But the reason why I'm talking about this is that because it's going to be your turn, Sag, around the 28th of October, where you're like, you know what, I can do this. Join a gym. Give yourself realistic expectations and goals and set them and stick to them. Take baby steps if you got to, Sag, but you go all in. So just don't try to do it all in one day. You know what I mean? And then we close out the weekend with Mercury making a conjunction to Mars. So now you can put your plans into action. And we finish out on Halloween with a good aspect. Venus, the planet of love, making a trine to Uranus. You could meet somebody at a Halloween party if you go on a Tuesday. I'm thinking it'd probably be that 28th, but don't text them until Tuesday, okay? But that's October. You know, it's going to be intense, but there's growth involved here. And it's all about really taking stock in gratitude and finding balance in your friendships. You know, maybe you've been too alienated and alone, and it's time to really start making some friendships that last for you, and also changing your routine. You really don't have to exercise that much. I'm not a doctor, so don't listen to my advice, but I'm telling you, I lost 54 pounds just feeding my body the right nutrition it needs. The body needs certain nutrition. And when you learn that, it changes your life. And that's what's going to be happening for you at the end of October, Sagittarius. So congratulations in advance. That's the month of October. Life-changing for you. Seize the moment, okay? And I wish you nothing but the best of luck. If you want to reach out to me, leave a comment. Say, Jeff, how'd you do it? I'm telling you, 54 pounds in 6 months. And I dropped pant sizes, and I'm still dropping pant sizes. I mean, everything, my whole life has changed. So you can do that too, Sagittarius, because you're a fellow fire sign. Just don't reach too high. Make those goals realistic, and you will have a fantastic October. Remember, these these new moons and full moons, these solar and lunar eclipses, don't last for just a month like the normal new and full moons do. They last up until the end of the year, beginning of January. And and not only that, but to let you know, New Year's Eve, your ruler comes out of retrograde. So you may be celebrating a whole new life, a whole new look. And I say congratulations in advance, Sagittarius. Email me if you want to know some of my tips on how I did it. I will share it with the world because we're doing it wrong, folks. I've been fat for all my life, and I'm not anymore. It's fantastic. All right, Sag, I'm glad I shared that personal stuff with you, but hey, I'm only human too, you know? So have a great month. I will talk to you in November. Thank you so much. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Keep that algorithm going. Sagittarius, I will see you in November.